Hello and welcome to the Spiritual Biz Podcast, a podcast especially for spiritual entrepreneurs who are wanting to stay aligned, motivated, and on fire with their visions and dreams as they grow a profitable, fulfilling business through all the bumps, both inside and outside along the way. I'm your host, Sasha Niala, coming to you every other Monday with tips and guidance to help you stay on track and super successful with your purpose and mission. On today's episode, we will uncover 4 ways you can harness the Chinese New Year of the Wood Dragon for greater prosperity and abundance in both your business and life. Do enjoy all the inspiration and insights all through the end. Hi, it's Sasha Niala, intuitive healing spiritual business coach. In today's episode, we will be looking at how you can harness the power of the Chinese New Year of the Wood Dragon for abundance and prosperity in your life. So this is a very potent time here, an opportunity for a reignition of those New Year feelings, and to give you another kickstart to get going. It's like the second wind to really feel like the year is getting off to that start that you may have not felt like when it's in January time came along. So now it's definitely that go time feeling, and go time in whatever specific area you may be focusing on in your life. What direction you may be thinking about. Now is a time where things may be quickening and more energy, more intensity is given to the actions behind the thoughts, the plans, the ideas from before. It's quite exciting to think about the possibilities, and it's opening us up to so much greater potential as time goes by. And as such in life, that we do not know everything before the time it happens, and it's for a reason, so that we can really appreciate day to day what we are being faced with day to day, or what we are being gifted with day to day. And we can do that best when we truly are present in the moment, facing the reality of the situations. So let's get a bit into this wood dragon and what the wood element actually brings to us. So if you think about wood, the quality of wood, it is something, if you're thinking about wood in a tree trunk, wood in branches, wood, even if it were to be reshaped, reformed into furniture, wood is very solid, it's very stable, it gives you a feeling of groundedness, of structure, and also of support. It's a very rooted feeling that the wood dragon actually brings and makes the dragon energy. It's a high intensity energy, high energy here, high energy behind what is important for you on your path with respect to your goals in terms of making it tangible reality. So it's giving energy to help stabilize goals, help to bring stability, to bring groundedness, to connect you with your purpose much more quickly, because in order to start manifesting things materially, things that are aligned with you, you also need to be connected to your purpose. And when you're then able to merge your purpose with the outer reality and create what it is that you've been planning, the ideas, all of those things that may have been in your mind, it gives you that sense of fulfillment and gives you greater fuel. Wood can be burnt for fuel, and this gives you the momentum to keep going as well, to keep churning out that attitude of committing to your goals and the high energy behind your goals, and to staying present with it, to being open to growth as well, growth in new directions, whatever form, for instance, this material wants to take. For instance, how wood can take different forms, whatever form the outward manifestation of your goals may take. Being open to growing in different ways is also an aspect of the wood element, and the wood dragon brings in adaptability, creativity, strength, stability, being open to growth, connection to your purpose. It's also one that, if you can imagine, when a tree is there and it is spreading its roots, it is also offering branches. The quality of wood in tree is offering support to life around it. So wood element also brings through attending to its own growth. It is also doing it in light of and being mindful of others around in the community around. So being mindful of the connections around. And in this way, the wood dragon also brings forward that aspect of community, of feeling connected, of feeling empathy for others, and also an opening to listen to guidance that may be coming from a real good source for you, to be open to advice or inspiration from others that may help expand your growth. So thinking about a tree growing, thinking about stability, thinking about being purposeful in what it's doing, a tree being able to grow. What comes beneath that, all of that, is the tremendous connection to its purpose, a tremendous connection to its own mission. Even if you may not see the link directly, but all of life has purpose. And the same way that you may be connected to your purpose and being driven is the same way that other forms of life may be connected as well to their purpose in the interplay of life. And another aspect of this wood dragon is connecting to your own intuition with that as well, because you're able to tap into that earthy quality, a kind of instinctual quality, but also the connection to nature and to what feels right, to what seems right to you. You have more of that bodily connection to your intuition as well, which is great for navigating all of these changes and growth periods happening in the times to come. How exciting is that? So it's a great year for all collectively to advance in terms of goals, both professionally and also personally, whatever these goals may be for you. Now, in Chinese medicine, the wood element is connected to the liver organ, which controls the movement of blood and qi in the body, energy, life force energy in the body. When in balance, things are flowing nicely and you feel the movement outside. However, everything can have those times of being imbalanced. So because it's a very yang focus year with the wood dragon energy coming here, there's a need to always be mindful of the balance of yin and yang, and the dragon itself, wood dragon, can bring some tips to help you balance the yang energy. And the first way is under that same tree. If you can imagine yourself, imagine that big tree, like a big oak tree, solid, stable, sturdy. And you can imagine yourself just relaxing under the tree. So the first thing is to know that you can take that time out to relax. You don't always have to be doing or working on being actively focused on following through with goals. So taking that time out under the tree, under the branches of the tree, Then the next thing is taking time to surrender in the overall picture, because when you are tuning into lots of yang, busy energy, doing activity, you may reach these points where the manifestation hasn't caught up on the outside yet. And you may find yourself coming up into situations where you might feel like, oh, you're doing so much and nothing is happening. So be mindful of times where you may feel like you have done a lot, or you've put a lot of effort and you're not seeing the results yet. To remember that things fall in place, to remember to trust not only in your intuition but the universal connection. That's the connection to your purpose that also the wood element helps with too. The wood dragon can support with. So the other thing is in times of high activity as well, and lots of movement, lots of motion, if you don't take time to balance with yin energy, you can have some issues with figuring out what's right or wrong, or being able to discern what's right and wrong. So again, you can come back to sitting under that tree and taking the time out to take some deep breaths and allow yourself to connect with your intuition, your inner knowing, your earthy sense of being able to tune into what's right or wrong. So it's just that sometimes things can go out of balance, but these are ways that we can address that. The other thing is that out of balance, this is high energy, can bring into play some irritability, some anger, things like that. Again, when things may feel like it's not going the right way, or might not go in the way that you like right away, or you might feel frustrated with your efforts, or you might feel actually really emotional about things but not being able to process it. So taking that yin time out to process is going to be really important. This then allows us to have greater empathy, compassion, understanding for others, to relate even better with them. So here's where the wood dragon can also offer some ways to help you really harness the power of the Chinese New Year for abundance and prosperity in your life. Because while you are opening up to growth, to the support, to connecting to your purpose, to being grounded in it, being confident, being high energy, putting that high energy towards your goals, it can offer you also some reminders of how you can use a wood element to balance you out as well. And in addition, the other elements, because the elements are all there to help balance. Even though there may be one dominant or one theme going on, the elements are all accessible for you to work with. So you can use to help you in the water element, and different elements, different ways of looking at it. We can look at the 5 elements from the Chinese medicine perspective, but we can also look at it from the traditional, the old school way of looking at it too. So those were 4 ways that you can harness the power of the Chinese New Moon for abundance and prosperity in your life. I wish you a magnificent year ahead, and may all your dreams, your wishes come through in fine style, in true dragon royal style, and may you feel the fulfillment, the connection to your purpose, the growth and the material success as well that you deserve and desire. Until next time, many thanks to the spiritual entrepreneur, ambassador of love and light, for tuning in. As always, we have another exciting episode coming up where we'll explore ways to kickstart your spiritual business with high quality soul clients. Do share the episode with your biz friends, and until next time, this is Sasha Niala signing out.